Hello everyone, welcome back to another review, this time of a mini series, limited series, whatever you want to call it. By the way, Chester's down here chewing on a toy, so that's what that sound is. Are you shocked? I don't think you are. Yeah, this time we are talking about The Act. This is a true story that I did not know about. Little backstory to why I watched this. I was at work. We somehow got on the topic of serial killers. And one of the people I was talking to was like, Gypsy Blanchard, got out of prison today. And I was like, who? And she's like, really? You don't know about this? We're talking about serial killers right now. You're talking about how much you know about Jeffrey Dahmer, Ed Gein, John Wayne Gacy, and you don't know about Gypsy? And I was like, no, I do not. She goes, go home, watch The Act. So I went home and watched The Act. This is an insane true story. It seems like a lot of this was pretty factual, and it blows my mind. If you do not know this story, I don't want to spoil anything for you because, yeah, it's nuts. Like, what does this say? There's a girl trying to escape toxic relationship. Okay, yeah, let's go with that. The description says Gypsy is a girl who's trying to escape her toxic relationship with her mother. Let's go with that as a description. Not 100% what it's about. It's ish what it's about. But there's more to it than that. So yeah, if you have not seen this, I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm going to review this without spoiling it, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about spoilers because I have some thoughts on this. So yeah. This show is beautifully done, beautifully acted by Joey King, Patricia Arquette. There's some other people. Anna Sophia Robb's in this. She does a great job. Really great acting across the board. It's done beautifully. All the technical things, it's edited well. All the technical kind of things, it's done well. Editing, I'm going to take back a little bit because that is one of my negatives. Think about this. There is years that go by with this. It starts like in 2009, 2010 or something like that, and it goes all the way to 2015. So, years go by in this show. And there's how many episodes? 8 episodes. So there's a lot. There's a lot that happens. But sometimes it does get a little confusing. It's like, so how old is she now? And it gets confusing at times. I will say that. The other thing is there's a couple characters in here that they're just kind of there and then they leave. Or they're there in a lot of the episodes and then at the end it's just kind of like, well, I'm conflicted. And that's it. And I don't know, maybe that's kind of just, it's real life. We don't know how they're processing things. Just certain things just feel kind of left off. Again, it's real life, though, so it's hard for me to give that as a negative. But overall, it's a really great, well-done dramatization of true life events that happened. And it's really interesting stuff here. Again, just shocked that I didn't know any of this, especially since a part of this story takes place in Wisconsin, 3 hours from where I used to live. So yeah, the fact that I didn't know about this, and this all went down in 2015, yeah, that's crazy that I don't know anything about this until literally like a week ago. So, yeah, that's just crazy to me. So yeah, as far as the rating goes, I'll give this like an 8 out of 10. I honestly think this might have benefited from more episodes, maybe 10 instead of the 8. Because it just felt a little rushed at times, and it's a little all over the place at times for me. So I think it would have benefited for a little bit more episodes. So, non-spoiler bits. I'm now going to spoil some. I'm going to start it at 4:30, so I can put in the comments that I'm going to start spoiling at 4:30. So, here we go, and it is 4:30. Okay, spoilers for this. You've seen it, or you know about it. Gypsy, plots the murder of her mother with her boyfriend that she met online. She then ends up getting caught, going to prison, just got out of prison. And here's my thoughts. This might be controversial to some people, but I'm going to be honest about this. I don't think Gypsy should have went to prison. I think it's wrong that she went to prison. I think it's absolutely terrible that this girl went to prison. This girl was basically being tortured. She really was. She was being chained to beds. She was being hit with coat hangers. Her mom put a feeding tube in her when she didn't need it. Her mom was giving her medication that caused her teeth to fall out. This was torture. And her mom had threatened her a couple times, or at least one time that I believe. I've done a teeny tiny bit of watching YouTube videos about the real life events and such like that. So I'm going to speak on that more than the series at this point. But her mom threatened her. If she ever tried running away, she really tortured her. She chained her to the bed. That's crazy. Why did she go to prison for this? I think that's terrible. If you've been watching my channel, back in, I want to say November, I watched Love and Death. Candy, spoiler for the Candy Montgomery story. Candy Montgomery got away with the murder of her friend because of self-defense. She killed a woman with an axe, like 20, I think it was like 20 times that she used the axe on the woman. Dee Dee never even, the only thing she did was say, hey, can you kill my mom for me, essentially. She made videos of her house and yada, yada, yada. She didn't kill her mom. And even if she did, I'm sorry, that was self-defense. She was being tortured. Yes, there is a better way of doing it, getting up out of your wheelchair in public and going, see, I can walk, look what my mother's doing to me. But at the same time, she was brainwashed, essentially, by her mom. And I find it crazy that this woman went to jail. I really hate that this woman went to jail. Yes, she lied to police, which she should not have done. Again, she's probably scared. She was, again, going back to the Candy Montgomery case. Candy lied. She said she had nothing to do with, she had no clue what happened to her friend. And then later told the truth to her lawyer. So why is this any different? Different state, I guess, but still. I just don't think that's right. I think Gypsy needed some mental help, maybe an institution of some kind or something like that to get over the trauma of what happened to her as a child. She was a child, and yes, granted, she was like 20-something when she did plot her mother's death. But at the same time, she also thought she was 19, or whatever her mother told. I just think it was so wrong that she went to prison. I don't like that happened one bit. Even more controversial opinion now. Her boyfriend, Nick. He clearly had some mental issues. It was said that he had I think he was slightly autistic or something like that. Had multiple personality or something like that. Why is he in prison for the rest of his life? Going back to I'm not saying this because he's from Wisconsin or anything like that. Going back to Ed Gein. Ed Gein spent the rest of his life in a mental institution. I believe, don't necessarily quote me on this, I believe he did. Why isn't he, I think Nick is his name, why isn't he in a mental institution? Why isn't he getting help? Yes, he did kill a woman. But a woman that was the mother of a daughter that he was, dating. And, she was telling him that she was torturing her. I don't understand that. So if I have a friend being tortured in a serial killer's dungeon and I go and kill that serial killer for torturing my friend, I'm going to prison for the rest of my life? Is that how the world works? Again, I know that's a little bit of a red area I get that. I get it. But at the same time, I'm a little, I don't know what the word is. I'm disappointed in our system if that's the way it works. Especially if he has mental issues that weren't being taken care of, which it doesn't seem like he had these issues taken care of. And that bugs me a little bit. I just don't think this guy should have to be in prison the rest of his life. Again, a bit of a red area there. A little bit of a controversial opinion. I just don't think that. I think you know what? Dee Dee got what she deserved. Unfortunately, that's a terrible thing to say. I understand that. She was ripping people off. I mean, celebrities. I've been looking at the real life facts. Miranda Lambert gave her like $3,500 of her own money. Lambert's got a crap ton of money, but still, this woman was feeding off people, torturing her daughter. I'm sorry, but if Hitler were around and someone assassinated him, would we be putting that person in prison? That's just the way my brain's working on this, and I know it's a little messed up the way my brain is working. But is anybody else feeling this way? That's just kind of personally the way that I'm feeling about this one. Part of the reason why I really was fascinated by this case, and I'll be watching more documentaries, you're going to be seeing more reviews of this story, is just because I just think it's wrong how it's ended. I just think it's crazy. I don't think what happened was correct, and it should have been done differently. Maybe I'm crazy. And, maybe I will find stuff from the real life, other documentaries, real life interviews and stuff that will make me change my mind. Make me go, okay, Gypsy clearly is just a psychopath. And jail time has helped her. I don't know. More will be reported on this. But as of now, after watching this show, watching, 5 YouTube videos, I think this is a case of protecting yourself. It really is. What's the big word that I'm trying to think of here that I can't think of? I've already said a couple times. I can't remember. Self-defense. Thank you. Good golly, Cody. I'm tired. Can you guys tell? Ugh. Anyways, I think this case of self-defense, I think it's really wrong that Gypsy went to prison. I kind of think it's a little wrong that Nick went to prison as well, even though he's a little messed up. Again, I've been reading, watching some of the videos and stuff of what happened, some of the things he said, including some rape-related things. I'm not completely ignoring this. I want to know more about it before I fully form my opinion. And again, the guy just clearly had some mental issues. And I'm not saying he shouldn't be in prison, but at the same time, it doesn't sound like he's getting mental help. And he should be getting mental help, not just thrown into prison, in my opinion. That's me. Again, tell me what you guys think about this case, because this is such a unique one, to me anyway. So yeah, comment down below, all that fun stuff. More reviews to be coming. The Oscars came out. I got a lot of movies I got to watch before March, so we got a lot of work to do, a lot of reviews are coming. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great night. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Please tell me your thoughts on this one. I really am curious. Have a good night, guys.